The field trips were really fun. Specifically, the fire station was my favorite. But I also think just the meetings we had with the mayor and other city members, it was just like really open and like very comfortable, relaxed, and we just got to like talk about things that I might have been thinking before and never got a chance to tell anyone in the city, and like hearing people's paths and like their behind the scenes of what goes on was nice. Maybe you don't think much about, you think it just comes naturally or that's the way the city works. There's so much thought behind it and effort behind it. So I think I would thank them for like the amount of work that goes unnoticed, because we don't really pay attention to that unless you hear about how much work they're putting into it. Definitely join, and it like really impacted my high school in a way that I didn't think so at first. I joined it, I knew it was gonna be fun, but I didn't think much of it. Maybe just was gonna sound good on applications, resumes, something cool, but it really did become a fun part of my high school, something I look forward to. It's something I'll talk about for the rest of my life.
My biggest takeaway is probably either the relationships that I've built or the importance of communication. And going into speech language pathology, I just think that that's a really important skill that I've seen, just the importance of your voice being heard. I think that my favorite from my planning and zoning year was when I actually did talk. They were all talking about the new Dairy Queen renovations that are being made. It really just made me think about how we used to walk from school to Dairy Queen, and I kind of pitched my idea that I think that an area where students could walk directly from Central Park to Dairy Queen would be nice, just because it would be a lot safer. Like, reflecting on my experiences, I remember cutting through roads and stuff, and so they like took that into consideration, and I just think that was really cool, just actually getting like a say possibly in what could be created in the future. If you're considering this program, definitely do it. I've learned so much just in such a short amount of 2 years, like meeting not so frequently, but still like getting to, like, it's not a huge time commitment, but whenever you're there, you're learning, and it's really cool just to get to be a part of.
I would say 100% join this program, and I think it's very meaningful. I actually did have someone ask me if they should join it, and I said yes in a heartbeat. I feel like you even build a lot of new relationships and even career paths. I know a lot of people they want to do this now, and even internships, this could be a great internship. And then again, you learn just so many new stuff in your city, and the volunteer hours, and I think you just become a lot closer with your city, and it's a really cool experience. Personally, I think the most fun for me was our field trip to the jail. Getting lost on the way there was kind of fun. And on the way back, going to get ice cream at 10:30. But even there, I've never been to a jail before. And then even going through the experience of what a judge does and all that stuff, I've never seen anything like that. So I thought it was a really cool experience. So that was probably my favorite memory so far. So join Mayor Juneau Council if you want a City of Green jacket.
Something that motivated me would definitely be my interest in business and law, and wanting to see a lot of behind the scenes and get some more hands-on experience, how legislation works and how business-minded individuals go about things and talk about things. My favorite program memory would probably be volunteering at Southgate Farm, and I think it's fun because it's a little less formal, the volunteering event, and it's kind of fun to get some hands-on volunteering experience, and you really get to see the fruits of your labor. A lot of times we go and we do potato harvesting, and I think that's fun because it's something that you don't honestly have a chance to do probably ever in your life. And it's something just unique and a way for everyone to get talking and get to know each other better.
I think that my big takeaway from this program is that it's given me so many opportunities to actually flourish and also learn more about my community and how my city operates from behind the scenes. It's stuff that I've never even thought about before, and now I'm getting all this information and action, not even about my city, but about my county as a whole too. And I'm very grateful for that as well. You should absolutely join A Board or just the Student Municipal Representative Program in general. It does, like I said, give you insight to a lot of the community values and inner workings, but it also gives you connections to some seniors that you never thought you would talk to before. and it also gives you a lot of volunteer opportunities that you can do. Not to sound like a cliche, but I find it all pretty interesting, and I want to have a career in this kind of thing one day, so I thought it was the right thing for me.
My big takeaway for this program would probably be meeting new people and getting to put myself out there more. I don't think I would have ever expected to meet some of the more higher up people in the city and knowing everything that you guys do behind the scenes. Learning about how important farming is and animals, especially chickens, to residents was very interesting. I never thought that chickens and the acreage that you have at your home would be limited or something that was a rule by the city. Because when I think of city rules, I think of big picture buildings, roads, traffic lights, especially roundabouts and green. And it's nice to know that there's other things that people care about that get talked upon, because when I was on Living Green Task Force my junior year, they had a woman come in and speak, and her son came in with her, and they got to talk about why having like chickens and the chicken coops are important to them. And it was nice to know that the city of Green takes everybody into consideration and every little thing that matters, and they don't just look past the small things.
I learned that through Design Review Board, through the people and the different representatives from each company presenting their projects to go into city, I would say that I didn't know there was so much emphasis on what the city has constraints over for each project, the color of the bricks or how many bricks, the percentage of the building. That was interesting to learn. I never knew that before. So Planning and Zoning Commission, we had one meeting that ran very long because it was a very, controversial project in that respective area of the city, and a lot of the citizens had showed up, and I really respected the way each board member handled addressing the concerns of each citizen. A lot of times you hear students around you talking about, oh, why is this going here, or what is going here? Before that, you were kind of just I don't know, why do we need this, or why is this taking so long to build? But after being on these boards, I understand, I'm able to explain to other people it takes time, and there's a lot to address with each project.